Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And boy, we are blessed. We have John coming back. He has taken the 52-year spreadsheets to another level. He has once again exceeded all of our expectations. And he's actually taken this 52-year spreadsheet and added variables for us to look at the misery index. If you follow my channel, you know we've been talking about the misery index for several months now. Unfortunately, it is one of those things we haven't had to think about since the Jimmy Carter era. It has once again been highlighted by Ken McElroy here recently. And John has gone to the next level and gone back 52 years to see how the misery index has gone up and down, min and max. What we're going to do is look at that data. We're going to give you this data again, because I will upload it to the free course, upload it to the paid course in bonus sections. It's just an attachment. You do have to at least get the free course, because otherwise I don't know how to get it to you. Yeah, but we're going to look at that, and then we're going to look at real estate, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So John, any thoughts before we bring it up?
Well, the misery index, it measures the state of the economy, basically.
Yeah, it's for me, it's the consumer, right?
Right.
Because you look at the misery index, and if you don't know what it is, it's rather simple. It's inflation, CPI specifically, consumer price index, and unemployment, specifically U3. That's very, right. Very, very consumer. And again, the reason we haven't had to think about it since Jimmy Carter, as you will see in a minute, is generally speaking, it's been okay. So let's bring it up, and let's not hide it from folks. So let's bring it up.
Well, before you do that.
Oh, before I do that. Okay, go back to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, we gotta, tease folks a little bit.
Sure.
With, something you were talking about, transactions.
Yes.
Well, you may enjoy this.
Okay. Yeah. Man, you are very creative. Yeah, interest rates are going. Yeah, usually they go slow, but they got rocket fuel. So
one more.
All right. That's the one I was thinking of. That was actually an image I had when I was doing the daily financial news. It's Wile E. Coyote, right? He's over the bridge or over the cliff. He's kind of standing there, and you know exactly what happens next. Wile E. Coyote. That's hilarious.
Mr. Genius.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Never caught the Roadrunner. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, let's take a look at this. Those are good. Let me where am I? Here we are. Share screen. There it is. So okay, folks, this is the 52-year spreadsheet. Again, it has amazing level of detail. What is most important for me is we give you the data sources. Always. Data sources are here. So again, you can argue with us, but there's the data sources. If you have better ones, tell us. You also have a dedication. Where is that?
At the end of the 52-year
it's
spreadsheet.
So it's on the first page. My mistake. One thing I want to make sure we do is we give credit where credit is due. And there it is. It is being edited and updated seemingly weekly by John Sterling. Yeah, so again, this is all there for you. It's again given away for free. Now on to the misery index. So again, folks, we've had to add, John has had to go find the unemployment rate for the year, which we will go through. We already had the CPI rate, so that we had one of the two variables. And then it's very simple math equation. It's just addition, nothing fancy here. What you will see if I go over here to the end where you start to do the averages, and we will go year by year in a minute. I just want to level set for folks. You have the max, which is over 20. That's a problem. So I've looked at this, and my general feeling is if it's double digits, it's a problem. It's bad. Mm-hmm. If it's in the teens, it's really bad. And then anything single digits, generally speaking, it's okay. But John now is giving you the min and max for 52 years. So let's go back to the 70s and look at where, so we start the 70s kind of bad, right? For me, it's double digits. You can see it's basically made up of both, right? Unemployment below 50 or below 5%, generally speaking, in the 70s wasn't bad, but inflation was a problem. Then you see it still being an issue above 10%. Starts to get a little bit better here. Actually, inflation was low here, but then the problems start in 73, which, oh, by the way, happens to be a recession year, I will say.
Let's just say it hit the fan for over a decade from that point.
Oh my God, did it really? Wow, 73. So yeah, so double 11 got 16, 17, got a little bit better. Actually, I need to hit all three of these. Let me do this. So, okay, 17, we're about 9% unemployment, 9% inflation. That's a bunch of misery. Then we're at 13. Oh, 20. What year was that? 80. Ah, 1980. You suck, 1980. This is like when I talk about in the daily financial news being at the kitchen table with my mom and dad at 78, 79, 80. Those are the years I remember. Those years sucked. What happened to housing? Look at this. So let's see. These are the, oops. These are them. So what happened to housing? Let's look. So 78 to 80. We still had appreciation every year. Wow, double digit appreciation. But when you back out CPI, it was only negative in 80. So 13 minus 12 would be a negative number. But the other 2 years, housing was up. What did the interest rates do? 30-year rates. Oh, they jumped. This is, remember when I talk about the year that Paul Volcker took rates up a bunch? It is the only other year that went up this fast.
Yes.
Welcome to this period right here. This is the other time it happened. Yeah, went up that fast. Okay. And then what happened to inventory? As expected, inventory goes down. So when the consumer is hurting, the misery index is in the teens, we have a problem. Transactions go down. That's what this says.
And this is the calculation that you showed everybody.
Yeah, just unemployment plus inflation. Yep, equals misery. So where does it go? So it starts to improve in 82. Why does it improve? So I think inflation, yeah. Oh, no, unemployment. No, inflation gets better. Inflation is the bottom number. Okay, so by 82, inflation is under control, but unemployment is still up. That's here. Inflation gets better in 83, a lot better. Unemployment is still a problem at 9%. Inflation ticks up, but unemployment comes down. Still a problem. It doesn't break 10 until 86. Wow. 86.
That is well over a decade.
I keep telling people the 70s on repeat. Yep. And then it bounces around kind of 9 to 11, 10, 11, not horrible, 13, bad. Then we get good and we have the 90s. Gets really good here. Low inflation, low unemployment, kind of the perfect economy, if you will. What year is this? 2010. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So unemployment shoots up. Oh, that makes sense, right? Unemployment went up. So again, it gets to double digit, but basically it's all unemployment. Inflation wasn't a problem.
Almost post recession. It's interesting.
Yeah.
They were still hurting.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was all yeah. Again, the average person, right? When we had 1 out of 10 people unemployed, roughly. Okay, so there we go. Then we jump over in 2021, and just because I've done the math, in April of 2022, I think we were at 11.2. Well, actually, I know we can do it right now, right? So the CPI reported was 8.5. And the unemployment last reported U3 was 3.6. So what is that? That's 12.1. So it's going up. It's trending in the wrong direction, the misery index. Yeah.
It's repeating the 70s.
Like I said was coming. Yeah, I really hope it doesn't. The 70s sucked. The late 70s just sucked. It hurt. The consumers hurt. Inflation sucked. Gas prices sucked. Food sucked. Unemployment got worse. And I got to tell you, if you look at my whiteboard playlist, there's a 2022, 2023 environment. And I don't have a lot of good things to say, John, right? Stagflation is the name of 22 and recession is the name of 23.
Well, you got to have more problems with unemployment to get stagflation to go.
Yeah, exactly. Look at you. Yeah, look at that. Unemployment, weak demand. Yeah, it's all interconnected. And I think the Federal Reserve is going to raise rates. I think that's going to cause companies to be less profitable. They're going to lay off. Unemployment's going to go up, demand destruction. And we're going to
the misery index will go up.
Exactly. And we have a hard landing. I just think that's in our future. So
Now,
Any-
if supply
Mhm. Supply.
gets overabundant
Mhm.
in all sorts of products, then
Mhm.
then maybe
Yeah,
it might ease off a bit.
Yeah, there is a line of thinking that Kathy Wood puts out there that is I can certainly tie together about deflation. Right? There's all these ships or containers or whatever you want to call them with goods that have been ordered and not coming. Companies have, specifically retail, has double and triple ordered. Eventually, that stuff's going to show up. But here's the problem: if they show up at the wrong time in a weak economy, the only way they sell is to slash prices, and thus companies become even less profitable and have to lay off people.
Then it's going to be like this sound here, right?
I didn't hear it. Yeah, we didn't hear it. You heard it. I didn't hear it. I guess it was a bomb.
Simply Red's money is too tight to mention.
Yeah, no, we didn't hear that. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I really do think the dominoes are set up to have a rough economy, unfortunately. I don't think the consumer is nearly as strong. I think the Fed's going to punish Wall Street, which is going to have a very interesting effect. When the Fed punishes Wall Street, that is people's 401ks, that is their pension. The wealth effect, there is actually negative wealth effect, right? If you feel less wealthy, you spend less money. And I think all of these things are coming to have a rough 2023, unfortunately. As Greg Dickerson always reminds us, John, good times never last, bad times never last.
Right. My wife went to the grocery store and we had to raid the chicken coop, get some eggs. And she was complaining about the price going up.
Yeah.
Like everything else.
Yeah, everything else. Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, when my wife actually comments about prices, it's bad. And she's commented the last few days, like, that costs what? So inflation is getting worse, not better. And folks, prepare, do the work. Remember, opportunities come about when you're prepared and you can strike. Recessions happen. They're natural. People who have been acting inappropriately, over leveraged, are going to get hurt. Just don't do that. I look forward to making lots of positive deals in the coming year or so.
I have a friend down in Georgia. He's a Air Force retired officer. He likes to say, success happens when opportunity meets preparation.
I love it. Yeah, some people call that luck. I do not. Being prepared and strike when opportunity happens. It's why we were busy in 2010 when everybody else was scared. 2010, the stuff was on the market. Nobody wanted because everybody was frightened, and we were just going ham. So, John, thank you very much for doing this. It's amazing to see what you add every week. I can't thank you enough. This misery index is important. It's a metric we can look at every month, and we can see if it's going up or down.
Well, if we follow ORAT, hopefully you and I won't be in misery.
There you go. All right, John, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.